Get this rocking and rolling, and we can talk about it.
Hello.
We're live.
Hey, we're live.
We're live. Thanks for the update. Can you guys hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear anything in these headphones. It's very quiet.
Let it go, Tyler.
All right, now apologize, Tim. Say it again.
What?
Say it again from the top.
Oh, sorry, I didn't bring beer.
It's okay. I wouldn't have drinking it anyway.
That
Why are you going on another?
We can't hear you, Vince.
it's like we've
I can't
already
get it.
talked about
You guys have ruined my mic since I was gone.
That was my children.
Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, I'm not on another beer
You
fast.
gotta strip it
but
out,
it's like
man.
it's my annual July's around the corner, and I'm sick of looking in the mirror and dry heaving every time. So just trying to be a little healthier,
All right.
trying to lose a
Do you
little bit
really,
of weight.
you think
Yeah.
really losing weight's gonna help with that?
Yeah.
It's a start. Okay, it's a start. So lost 5 pounds this week,
Ooh.
give or take.
Nice.
Just
So-
all beer weight.
It's all just so yeah, we're making
Pretty soon you're gonna look like Thor, just like jacked.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be the transformation. I'll go from fat Thor to
You've done zero working out, but just
because there's really no difference between Chris Hemsworth and me.
Exactly.
We've looked virtually the same.
Yeah.
So, welcome back, Vince.
I'm glad to
It
be
just-
back.
This is your new look now.
You're
right?
you're
Yeah, I
glad to be back.
No,
Okay,
but I
think
thought
so.
I'd lie for you guys, but
we saw through a very,
Yeah,
it's a very
quickly.
thin veil. How was North Carolina?
It was amazing. It's gorgeous. Something I learned I didn't know because I was worried. I was like, oh, it's the Atlantic Ocean. It must be cold. No, the Pacific Ocean is the cold
Yeah,
weather.
yeah. We're
Yeah, I didn't know
talking
that.
about this last week, man. Yeah.
I wasn't here last week,
Well,
Tim.
you didn't listen
You don't
or
listen
watch.
to support the show.
Not when I'm on
You
vacation.
gotta bump those numbers up. Just turn it on play. Leave the phone in the hotel room.
Oh, it was a B&B, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, we rented
on
like
the B&B on the beach.
Yeah,
Wow.
Was it nice?
it was. It was pretty cool.
Did
and
you
it's,
just walk out naked every time you went to?
I'm pretty sure the ladies next door weren't of age, so I probably would have came back with a on a list.
Well, thanks for being responsible.
Yeah. It was pretty sick though, because I'm assuming it was like the people next door to us. It was a pretty similar situation to ours, where it was like just a big family vacation, but it seemed like a lot of them were either like high school to college age probably, and they were in their backyard and like they were throwing the football like up to their balcony because all the houses along the coast are on stilts for flooding purposes.
Yeah.
And so they're all throwing the football up to people on their balcony or whatever. And I'm sitting on the balcony watching them, drinking beer and stuff. And one of the guys like catches it and he like looks at me, and I just like joking, do the universal like you clap your hands together sort of thing. And he tosses it back down to the guy, and the guy points at me. He's like, "You want it?" And I was like, hell yeah, I do. And then immediately I was like, man, this is a very expensive house. And I watched him already try to throw it up, and he completely did not make it up to their second story balcony. And now he wants to throw it across their backyard to our second story. And I was like, okay.
But you got
But
hands.
yeah, I do. And he was committed. I was committed. Dude put it on a rope straight to me, dude. Like, I barely had to like go from outside.
But you caught it.
Oh yeah,
All
duh.
hands.
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
You don't body catch, do you?
No,
No. Okay, good.
you got it.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. no.
I'm just making sure you had proper form.
Yeah, of course. I played football competitively.
So did
Tyler.
I.
When?
Freshman football. Baby.
Well, we were city champs my freshman year, so
That's true. That's true. I don't compare. Sorry, I didn't mean to question your technique.
it's okay. It's all right. You never got to see any of my film, so
That's true.
I'll bring it next time.
Do you actually have film?
No, God, no. It'd just be me
This-
on the bench.
Yeah, this was before Huddle, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so that was pretty funny.
That was the highlight of your vacation.
Yeah,
Catching a ball
probably.
from high school.
Yeah, probably.
Nice. Didn't swim with dolphins or anything.
They were in the ocean, like you could see them, Probably not if you were actually at sea level, but you could see
Standing
them
up
from
on
our
the balcony.
yeah, you could see them from our
You
balcony.
didn't
And
swim out to them.
they were a ways out there. It was probably a solid like 2-3 miles.
Yeah, you don't really have stamina.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Well, good. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you're back. You really, I see you've like embraced the how'd you put it? Surfer Vince,
Yeah.
the Surfer Vince persona.
Beach
Yeah,
vibes.
man.
It's who you are for the rest of your
Yeah.
life now.
Yeah. Well, except
for
I,
it.
Oh my! Do I have to put my sunglasses on now too?
I keep jumping. Like I must be having like a identity crisis because I had my little cowboy
You're a
phase,
cowboy now. You're
and now all of a sudden I'm a surfer. Man, this is tough.
you with the hair though. You're more of a. I see you in the Hawaiian shirt. You're more. You look better as a surfer than you do a cowboy.
But you didn't see. I don't know, man. I look good.
I saw the pictures, but they just your look, your vibe matches
right now.
as a. You just intertwined.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to see what's next. Astronaut Vince.
Oh, that'd be sick. Billionaire Vince.
Yeah, ooh, hippie Vince.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I just
Well,
have to
no,
get-
because
if I
you-
just get this dirty.
Yeah, but you get dreadlocks, grow your beard
I
out,
won't
smoke
do
weed a
that.
lot.
Yeah,
I
all you
won't
have to
get
do is
dreadlocks.
stop showering.
Well, you never thought you were going to be a
White
cowboy
pe-
either.
White people with dreadlocks are the worst kind of people.
Well, I know. I'm just saying that's going to be your
I
next
hate them
persona.
more. I hate them more than I hate Russell Wilson.
Wow,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's a lot of hate.
All
They're
right, filibuster for a second. I'm gonna get my sunglasses. I feel excluded. I don't like this. I don't like being left out.
Well, mostly I put them on because that shirt is so bright.
Right.
It makes it seem sunny in here, man.
Well, mine are polarized though.
Yeah.
It is dark as shit. Right
Yeah.
now. I can't see anything. I'm just
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
pretty
just basically
dim.
turning towards the sound of your voice. Actually, Tim, I have no idea where you are.
Over here. Follow the sound of my voice.
Now we know.
Oh.
Looking good. Except for on mine, you just see the.
You just see the screen.
reflection. You gotta turn that brightness down a little bit.
Meant to close that tab.
All right, okay, this is the Surfer Bros podcast.
Yeah.
So we talked, Vince, a little bit. We talked last week about maybe like changing our name.
Oh.
I just felt bad because like our listenership has dropped immensely.
Oh no.
Wow.
So if you see on the whiteboard up there, I had a little brainstorming sesh my last day off. So I got a lot of ideas floating around, maybe to salvage this whole thing.
Another new name, Tyler.
We need another. It's been Garage Talk since the beginning of time.
But it was the Garage Talk podcast or
It's Garage Talk Podcast always.
Garage Sports.
No, it was never the Garage Sports Podcast.
Right, but it was just
That was the
Garage-
umbrella company
Oh.
that failed. This podcast lived on. So I got my favorite title or name I came up with was 3 Peas in a Podcast. Already used.
Yeah, I would imagine
Yeah.
that would be very. There's nothing you're gonna come up with that's more
Yeah, that's true.
original.
So we'll probably just stick with Garage Talk
yeah, perfect.
for until the end of
So
time.
all right, we'll cross the name out of that.
I already did. I started
Perfect.
crossed out up there.
Oh, I'll cross the name off or cross a line through new name.
Just cross out everything.
Yeah.
Just put a huge X through the whole board. So yeah, I'm glad you missed kind of our State of the Union annual meeting, but that's okay. We're glad you're back now.
Thank you.
But yeah, maybe we should. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the Surfer Bros podcast now. So wear sunglasses every week. We'll all buy Hawaiian shirts. I can't picture Tim in a Hawaiian shirt.
I
I've never
could.
worn one.
I
I
could.
do not own one.
Need to
You're
find
gonna have to
yourself
grow
one.
your hair out a little bit longer.
I'm growing it out.
I'm talking
It's
to
still going.
Tim.
Oh, I can't see
Oh.
anything. I have no idea who you're looking at.
We're just like, hey, the Three Blind Mice podcast. That's pretty good.
We just have to wear like actual like 100% opaque.
We'll just have our blind walking sticks.
We'll wear referee shirts.
Tim, can you do me like I'm asking you something very personal, but I want you to do it for me. Can you do that? Can you please grow out the hair between your mustache and your beard? Can you just grow that a
It
little
will.
bit?
That
attach it?
does not. It will not do it.
Genetics don't
I
allow
haven't
for
shaved in like 2-3 weeks. Is this?
Hey, you got a little fuzz there.
It doesn't.
But it just doesn't
It doesn't.
attach.
It doesn't
Just
connect.
doesn't
It doesn't
attach.
connect. It's This is.
I have the
this is
same problem.
Only,
It's gonna be hard for you to be a
only
surfer bro
part.
with that look though, of facial hair.
Tim, I have the
I don't
same
know,
problem.
I-
You just have to grow the ends of your mustache out a little bit, like a little handlebar, and then it'll
Yeah.
hide it.
No. I would like it to be a full goat, but it's just a modified Van Dyke, I guess, or a Tony Stark when I get it shaved up.
I think it looks good, Tim. I wouldn't change your thing.
Yeah, but I'm not personally attacking him. I'm saying like to have the surfer bro look, he's got to do something about the facial hair. So
I don't know. Have you surfer bros have usually scraggly beards? So like if anything,
I've never met a surfer bro, so I don't know.
If anything, well, I met a lot.
Based off of what I've seen in movies, he doesn't have the look.
What movies?
Movies with surfer bros.
Which ones?
I don't know, the one with about the girl who got her arm bitten off by a shark. Her guy.
Jaws?
Spoiler!
There's only like a handful of surfer movies I can even think of, but
I don't know.
like Blue Crush.
Tim, would you get dreadlocks?
Hell no.
I mean, I would hate you.
Cornrows?
I'd consider it.
Would you do Tim, would
I've
you do
done
a man
cornrows.
bun?
No.
Would you do
when you grow your hair out, it's kind of necessary.
Tim, would you
Yeah,
do
I've
that?
never
Tim, would
got-
you do the thing where like you shave the sides but leave it on top and then put it up in a pony?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty much gonna. I'm pretty
Content.
unexperimental with my hair. It's just it grows out. It starts annoying me. I trim it up every year, and then I just kind of tried.
We need to make some
same
sports
haircut.
bets. Like that should be our fantasy football bet this year. Of like, if Tim loses, he has to do something crazy with his hair that he normally wouldn't do. That would like make him uncomfortable.
Would he do it though?
He would have to.
Right.
I would like to see Tyler grow out the skullet.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
grow out the back. You
Look
have
like-
you have yourself a skullet.
Look like Trevor from Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5.
I refuse. I did.
You
look-
would have to.
Hilarious.
Back we talked about this a few years ago, but I did look out. I checked out Brian Urlacher's company that he used to get his hair back.
Is it
RestoreHair.com.
Keith? Oh.
Checked it out, but they didn't say prices, but they said if you sign up now, you get $1,000 off the treatment. And I was like, well, okay, well that's too rich for my blood. If that's the discount, I ain't never getting my hair back.
Well, have you heard of Keeps? They're always sponsoring. Hey,
But
Keeps, if
I
you're
can't
listening.
It's already gone. There's nothing to keep.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I think they've somewhat. I thought they had a pill that sort of helps, but
I can't.
don't know.
So
It's-
I can't remember which company it was. I was listening to a podcast, and they were advertising. And maybe it was Keeps, but they're like, "There's only 2 FDA-approved sources for hair loss," but then they never said it was like our company.
Yeah.
They just said there's only 2 FDA-approved hair restoration companies. Sign up for Keeps.com. It's like, you didn't quite say that you were part of the FDA-approved thing. It makes me a little nervous.
Baby food isn't FDA approved.
It's not.
Or formula, I should say.
That's why we're running out.
That's why.
Wow. I didn't. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've been poisoning my children my whole life.
No, you haven't been poisoning them. It's just like, it's one of those things where it's like that. That's why like the whole vaccine thing was such a stupid argument because they're like, it's not FDA approved. It's like, yeah, there's so many things that aren't FDA approved, but we know pretty sure that that there's
What
fine,
else? What
they're
else
safe.
isn't FDA approved? Baby formula.
multivitamins.
Oh, so the stuff from I get from GNC, they're all lying to me.
Well, did they ever tell you it was FDA approved?
No.
Then they weren't lying to you. They just weren't telling you the whole truth, I guess.
I mean, I
Well,
guess.
you gotta accept that everything. Oh, they're chopping everything up in those creatine bottles and stuff. Like I don't trust none of that.
Well,
I already knew that.
as far as the baby formula goes, they just. I guess they don't
Is
approve.
it because
They
they're
don't.
chopping up the powder? Is this like a meth lab going on? Or
No, I think it's just like they can't approve what like the claims or whatever of the nutrition, but they do. I think they do regulate the factories and make sure they are in
Up to
order.
code.
In order. That's why they shut that one down, and that's kind of what caused that whole shortage thing. Like
so we're on a shortage because all the formula
Yeah,
we're
and
getting
a-
was from an
and-
unapproved factory.
Well, I mean they had been a little bit lax on inspections apparently over the last those
I just came up with a great idea.
4 years ago.
I came up with a
But-
great idea. If we have a new show, it's like Breaking Bad, but with baby formula.
That'd be sick.
It's genius.
In a post-COVID world.
It's a foolproof. All right. Anyway, what else is not FDA approved? Baby formula, vitamins.
Off the top of my head, I can't really think of. Those are like the big ones that
No.
that people bring up when they're like, "Oh, they're gonna shoot me up with and track me," and it's just like, "What are you talking about?"
What do you mean? Are you
They
talking
like-
about the
they-
vaccine again?
Yeah.
Vince,
We're not. You're coming up and
we're
trying to
2
think.
topics past this.
How are you?
That
You
was-
literally came all the way back, and we're like, "What else isn't FDA approved?"
Well, the vaccine is FDA approved.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them is.
Yeah, not Johnson & Johnson. That's still killing people.
Yeah, or
Moderna's
Is
isn't technically, but
Moderna,
it,
Is ivermectin FDA approved?
yeah, none of the
Guys, we're so behind the ball. Like I said, that
approved
was
by
two catastrophes ago. We're so far past that.
it's probably approved by the USDA, if not the FDA. But
What's the difference between the USDA and FDA?
the United States Department of Agriculture.
and the
Oh,
federal
is the
that
USDA
department.
is the USDA the
of
one
America.
who approves all the GMOs?
Yes, yeah.
We're going to like none of us know what we're talking about. We should steer out of this conversation.
I do know a little about GMOs. I will tell you now, if you care about GMOs, you literally wouldn't be allowed to eat.
Yeah.
Everything has been genetically modified.
Yeah, but Chipotle said they're not.
They're lying. They're literally lying.
Chipotle does sound pretty good. I made some homemade rice bowls the other night for dinner. I ain't never go. I'm never going to Chipotle again.
So you're gonna cook that every time you want Chipotle.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend the time to cook that.
No, I won't. My wife will.
So you say you're like I made
Well,
rice.
I didn't make them. I mean, I was just, my household made them with the ingredients that I bought.
Right.
Ipso facto, I made it. I was going to share with you, but I ate them all. Were you so while you were on vacation, Vince? Did you keep up with the Colorado Avalanche?
Oh yeah. Yep. I everybody had to sit through me watching it because they had a pretty good sized TV too in this
Who
place.
all'd you go? How many people
Oh,
did
that's
you
a
travel with? A lot of
good-
people.
I traveled with was just one.
Well, I know, but I mean, like when you were there,
In there,
there was a lot of people at the B&B.
I'd have to. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, if you want me to give you an exact number, I'm going to need a second to count.
Just a rough estimate would be fine. Because I thought it was just you by yourself on this trip.
8,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing
And
I
that's
was
East Coast time too, so they're listening to you scream at like 11 o'clock at night.
Central Time, I guess.
North Carolina's
Or-
Eastern.
Oh well, the game started at
8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
So it was like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You're down there screaming at the TV.
Oh, it was in the main. It was in the upstairs living room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, Colorado Avalanche are currently leading the Tampa. Is it Tampa Bay Lightning or just Tampa Lightning?
Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay Lightning 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Great series so far. Like I said, the last game 5 was probably some of the best hockey I've ever seen in my life. It was so
Which
good.
you said last round. When
Well,
they were playing against
last
Edmonton.
round, last round I said the Avalanche. That was the best team play I've ever seen. Like,
Oh.
This last game between the Lightning and the Avalanche, where the Lightning won 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Like both sides of the puck, it was just incredible to watch because the Avalanche, they attack with such speed and aggressiveness, but then the way Tampa recovers defensively it was just amazing. To
They
watch.
were solid.
I was mesmerized. It's
Tampa
just
Bay was solid defensively.
such good hockey.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for tonight's game.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm making wings for it.
And the thing, like everybody, it would have been awesome to win the cup at home, but something about stealing it from you, like from the fans, like just
Skating
seeing,
around, flipping everybody off.
yeah,
Yeah.
something about that I feel is like more magical than the whole like being able to just go into Denver the night that you win. Something is more magical about just like seeing all the fans just
all
their
17,000 people just all hope exasperated.
yeah,
from their
all
body.
all the time that they spent this off season, like like watching and buying tickets and getting merch and all this stuff. There's guys that have gotten tattoos
Yeah,
for it,
all the money and time spent.
and then just seeing it all washed away, and then like the only thing you can hear in the crowd, or the only thing you can hear in the ice box is Colorado cheering because the whole stadium is just silent. I love it.
Lightning they're the
Two-time-
defending.
Defending
Defend-
time.
Oh, they had this
They've
would
won
be
the
this
last
would be
two. This would be their
oh
three-peat.
Yeah,
shit.
they're trying to
Oh,
get
that
a
would-
dynasty.
Yeah, you got to stop that shit. But
Trying to
I
have
guess
a
I
dynasty.
can't watch because the only 2 games I've caught the Avs have lost. So
Tim, I'm
and you're-
telling you
yeah,
now.
This is Tim's
Has
fault.
it-
The Avalanche haven't clinched.
That
yet.
has
I'm
nothing
sorry,
to do
Vince.
with it.
It's
No,
just-
that has nothing to do with it.
I think so.
What happens if-
There's a correlation to this causation.
Correlation is causation. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're right. That's how it goes. That's exactly the phrase.
So are you watching tonight,
I
Tim?
fucked that up on purpose. What?
Are you watching tonight?
Yeah, if I remember. Yeah.
Vince,
Yeah.
you better hope he doesn't remember. That's the only
I
way
want you to
Avalanche are
watch.
gonna
I want everybody to watch. I want everybody to see
Okay.
Colorado hoist
I'm-
the
I'm
cup
just-
over their heads.
What if they blow a 3-1 lead?
They're not.
It'll
They're
be
not-
all my fault, Vince, and I'm sorry. That's if I watch.
Yeah, I think the
It's
Avalanche are
just-
just too.
They've
good.
also there's
Mhm.
also there's never again those are the stupid statistics, but like there's never been a team that's won after they went down 3-1. So there's never been a Stanley Cup champion that way.
Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah.
We just made a lot of bad juju there.
We didn't.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
Mm.
Look, there's nothing there.
I can taste it in the air.
I don't know, man. I know you're not.
When you're saying
I-
all this,
I-
it sounds like
I'm
you're
not
rooting for
super-
Tampa Bay, guys.
I'm not superstitious.
sounds like.
but- No, I'm definitely
I'm
not
saying
rooting
Tim-
for them.
I'm
but
saying Tim is.
I'm definitely not rooting for him. I'm just saying that I don't know. My superstitions tell me not to watch. That way they'll.
Then you know
win.
what, Tim? Don't watch. Good.
Who needs you? Good riddance.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thought you were a real fan, but I guess not.
I mean,
Yeah,
no,
Tim has been
not.
parading around as a real Avalanche fan this whole season.
I don't know. I've been a lot of different hockey phantoms, I guess, or not a lot, but
Tim's
I
a hockey
bandwagon.
whore.
Yeah, I bandwagon around for hockey, like, but I own no merch, so it's like I'm not really tied down.
You
I'm
own
just-
Stars jerseys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hometown
that's-
team.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
But
Did you see Union Omaha took on Sporting KC this week while you're on vacation?
oh my gosh,
They were in the U.S. Open and they made it to the quarterfinals. Went
And-
down to Sporting, got spanked 6-0.
I was about to say that did not. I'm sure that didn't go well.
Well, I guess I found this out because I don't really follow USL or anything. But they're like, there's two levels of USL. There's MLS, like USL Gold and USL Silver.
Mhm.
That's not what they're called, but that's pretty
Yeah.
much what it is. And they're silver. They're like third tier.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Like these guys were only like this much better than I was.
Why?
And
Why?
ipso facto, I played Sporting KC this week.
You've like it's surprising how like you're able to keep your arms in here like as far as you can reach. Holy cow.
So we have all. I didn't even realize there was a second tier league or whatever
Yeah.
below
There's
MLS.
one- yeah,
but
there's MLS,
Then
USL,
why don't-
USL, and then like PS? There's something else.
then why isn't there like a relegation sort of thing? Like
Because
this is
billionaire-
This is
yeah,
America.
billionaire owners. That's why.
Yeah,
I mean,
America,
but I thought-
America would never allow for that sort of.
But I mean, they're billionaires that own the ones in England. Like,
yeah, but
Premier
that's
League,
it's
yeah.
also like you know how tradition can like dictate things.
Yeah, that's how they do it in
I
England.
guess-
If the
I
billionaires tried to
guess.
take away relegation and promotion in England, they would burn the country down.
Yeah. There'd
Here
be-
in America,
Damn.
we just whine about it. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
there's 3 levels of USL. So there's taking the glasses off. There's MLS, the USL Championship. There's USL League 1 and NISA. And then USL League 2, which is the Union Omaha, which is on par with UPSL and NPSL. And then there's like a bottom tier of like youth soccer and NCAA, all that stuff.
Wow, we've learned so much about the structure of American soccer.
Yeah, this is a very educational podcast. So yeah, it was just a big deal that Omaha had made it. You know,
Yeah.
2-3 years in existence to play the Giants of Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And-
cool. I watched first half; they were only down 2-0, and I was like, "Well, they ain't
Oh,
coming back,
wow,
so
the
I'm gonna
first
go back.
half?
Yeah, did they?
Well, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
And then there's that's what I thought too. And then, boy, was I wrong. Everything I've been told was a lie in my life. But there actually is something to it that I don't think a lot of people would understand, just because it doesn't make sense saying it out loud. But if you've played soccer, you get it. When you play with somebody who's so much worse than you, you don't play to their level. But like soccer is so anticipatory in the way you move and float and adjust to things that other people do and the teams. Like normally when you play somebody at your level, you anticipate them to cut or pass or do something this way. So you do that, and then they just start like doing something that normally nobody would do.
They
and
just
you're
run straight.
Like, yeah, and then you're just like, oh wait, what? How did I just get burned?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I didn't expect them to actually try to run straight at me.
Yeah.
So there actually is, and that's why like at first half it was just 2-0 because it's
Mhm.
like we're playing so far down a level like it just threw them through a loop. But then once you kind of adjust and
Yeah. The coach probably screamed at them like, "How are we not like beating these guys by double digits yet?"
you bloody wankers. I did have a fun soccer story. Not even my story. I'm stealing it from a friend of mine. Her college coach was Casey Keller's stepfather. And you know Case Keller, right?
No.
He was like one of the best American goalkeepers. He was like He was the guy before Tim Howard.
Oh yeah. See, that was before my time.
As a fan,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna make sure I'm saying his name right.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Case Keller. So he was a keeper for the Sounders. He was the USA's goalie before Tim Howard was. So yeah, but I guess my friend, she played for his stepdad in college, and apparently there's a little bit of animosity, and it made me laugh so hard. She was telling a story about like somebody said something like, oh yeah, you know, blah blah blah, your stepdad, you know, as my coach. He's like, he's not my dad. So I'm just picturing this millionaire professional athlete, top of the world, who has just these horribly low stepdaddy issues. It really made me laugh. So not really a story, but just a nice image.
It really shows you the
We're all people.
yeah, everybody's human
Everyone is human.
and everybody hates their step parents.
Even you, Vince.
No, my stepdad's fine.
You're lying.
I did hate him at one point, but I'm an adult now who could care less.
Casey Keller apparently has not gotten to that point.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah. I hated my stepdad, and I'm glad he's dead.
God, thanks, Tim.
Cold-blooded. I like it.
I don't have a stepdad, but if I did, I would hate him. I hate my hypothetical stepfather. Tell you that much.
I don't know. I think there's something when you, or at least in my experience, I know like a lot of step parents, like sometimes the relationship isn't always very healthy, but the one.
Well, it's not healthy because the step parent they're only like there for you because your real parent's hot.
Your real parents putting out.
Yeah, like, they want nothing to do with you. Like, you're not my kid. You're just your mom or your dad gives me what I want.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put up with you in the meantime, so you're out of the house.
But I think that in my experience, it's like you just, when you see your biological parent so happy, you're like, okay, well, I'll get over it until I can get out of the house.
That's still very mature of you as a kid. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't care.
Oh, I was.
Like when I was a kid, I didn't care about my parents' happiness.
It's such a
I
conflicting.
mean, I still don't.
It's such a conflicting thing happening up here because on one end, you're right. Like, I feel like I am pretty mature. I was always kind of more mature for my age, but then I would always still laugh at the poop and dick jokes because it's just funny. Because poop's funny.
It's because you had to compensate so bad for accepting your like stepfather's role in your life.
Yeah.
So you had part of your brain emerged beyond its capacity of maturity. So then the other half of you had to just laugh at the stupidest, most unfunny, immature things ever because
Unfunny?
there had to be some sort of
Hold
balance.
on. Backtrack a bit. Unfunny?
Yeah, I hate potty humor. I think
That's-
it's the lowest form of humor. I think it's
You're just wrong.
I'm not
You're
wrong.
just objectively wrong.
It's unoriginal, boring, and not funny.
It's always
And
been
it's gross.
literally they've found cave paintings of like fart jokes.
That's pretty funny.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's literally it like will withstand the test of time. Fart jokes.
I don't think so.
It will. It has. I mean, it literally has. There was before written history.
I think it's because there's so many of you unfunny people out there.
It's not. There's not. You're telling me that the guys who write for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia are unfunny?
They can be when that's their.
They
best
have a
form of
whole. They
humor.
have a whole episode where they try to find out who shit the bed, and it's so. And by the end of it, finally, like one of the characters.
Starring Amber
Spoiler
Heard.
alert!
Starring
Spoiler.
Amber Heard.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. By the end of it, Danny DeVito's character Frank is just like, "I did it," and they're like, "What?" Because they're like, I mean, they have the whole like poster.
Well,
board,
that should have been
all the yarn.
That should have been a given from the
And
beginning.
he's like, "I did it."
Of
They're
course,
like,
it was Frank.
They're like, "Why did you shit the bed?" Because poop's funny.
Oh, my favorite one was Artemis's theory that they combined.
Yeah.
in the middle.
All the shit rolled up. Yeah. That's funny. I don't care who you
I
are.
disagree.
Well, you're just wrong.
Yeah.
I my levels of pretentiousness on this podcast have reached an all-time high, where I think I understand humor just so much more than other people.
That's why you'll never be funny, Tyler.
That's true. I'm so funny that I can't be funny because I'm too good at being funny.
Man, that is the ego is just like incredible.
This podcast only inflates it too.
I know.
200 and some episodes in, and I'm like
Oh my
the greatest
gosh.
person I've ever met.
No
I might be the
no
greatest
one
person in
listens
history.
apparently, but it's still the greatest there ever was.
We're gonna come out with a video begging people to because like, dude, I'm serious. 2021 and 2020, COVID was great, but now that people got their lives back, they have better things to do than us. F you, listeners.
China, we need
Jeez.
another pandemic.
And there went the last one.
China, please.
Johnny, we need your help, man. Larry's Animals Physics has been on my back recently about the numbers.
I mean, monkeypox could make a.
They've already got a vaccine
make
for
it
that.
inroad.
Yeah, just stop.
They dropped a vaccine like real
that's,
quick.
that's liberal propaganda anyway. It's not even real.
And apparently, it's. I think it's. You're pretty good as long as not doing it in the butt is what I've heard. But
Who? Who said
Vince is
that?
in trouble.
Who said that?
Vince is doomed.
Who said that?
The FDA
I don't know.
or the health department.
You can
whatever
only
it's
get monkeypox
called.
by
Dr. Fauci.
No,
through
yeah.
anal.
No,
He was.
I
trying
knew
to-
you
They're-
could. You
they're-
could transmit
gay
COVID.
people apparently are more at risk than others. I don't know. That
You
was
could
from-
transmit COVID through the anus. Literally the CDC came out and
CDC.
said,
That's what I was looking for.
yeah, the CDC literally came out and said like don't eat each other's assholes. When COVID was like at its height, they literally said that.
This guy-
I mean, obviously in more
Guys,
professional
we need-
language.
COVID does not exist anymore. We need to get off this train. We're like I said, we're two pandemics ago.
It doesn't exist.
It's not real. We've
literally, two of my friends have got COVID
We've
the
moved
last
past
like
it.
3 weeks.
Why do people even test still?
Because you need it to go to your job in most places.
Really?
Our jobs
I
are
guess
the only
we're
ones that don't
yeah, 'cause
care.
we're in the Midwest. Nobody cares.
Well, and our jobs, like they just like
they
they're like
they need us so bad.
they're
They're
like
so desperate.
Wear a mask, I guess,
Yeah.
or don't. Just please
just don't
come
tell.
to work.
Just don't tell us about
yeah,
it. We don't care.
shut up.
I mean, that's how it's been since the beginning.
Yeah,
though.
that's true.
They finally at my work made us do it. They enforced it for I think a week, where we had to get on this portal online before we came into work to check off the box saying we don't have COVID.
You just had to click it.
Just-
It
But
is,
you
yeah,
never,
it's like,
never had to test
Do
for
you
it.
have symptoms? No.
Perfect.
Do you feel
You're
bad?
cute.
No. All right, come on into work.
You're immune.
You're-
Good.
Wow.
Listen, Tim. Vince and I saw this country through the pandemic. We're actually national heroes.
Mm.
You laugh, but it's because of us that the economy is sustained and life sustained.
Well, honestly,
How many people got their vaccines because of me? A lot.
honestly, I feel a little bit like Ellie from The Last of Us because like I've never got it.
Spoiler.
Because I never got it, and I feel like I am like my immune system is just better than everybody's.
You and I are the cure.
Mm-hmm.
Best
I'm
there
never
was. I
getting
piss
cancer.
excellence.
I'll never get
you
cancer.
and I could
Heart disease is not gonna happen.
You and I could create like a foolproof vaccine right now where nobody else would ever get it.
Yeah, we could probably just cure disease in general.
Altogether.
Just
AIDS. Check it off the list.
boom.
Tim, have you ever thought about how superior Vince and I's genetics are compared to yours?
Tim, have you ever just sat down and thought about it?
You guys might want to tread lightly on the genetic superiority thing.
Why?
And you're talking about
I
being
have
white
superior
guys.
genetics. It has nothing to do with my
well,
race.
maybe except for the hair part.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the sacrifice it took.
And I sacrificed normal-sized balls.
Yeah, everything comes at a cost, Tim. You wouldn't understand though.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I am convinced. Like, so back to the beginning where we're talking about like I
Why
lost.
do you always have to bring it back to Hitler?
I lost.
Every time.
I lost 5 pounds this week. All I did was not drink alcohol, and I lost 5 pounds.
Well, you could just drink vodka or something, or tequila.
There's still calories in that.
Right, but it's still like that's what rich white women
But
drink
I'm just saying, imagine like
to
if I
keep
were
their
a normal-
figure.
But imagine like if I were a normal person, think of how fat I would be.
Do you have like cheat days?
Oh yeah, I'm drinking tonight. I'm not giving up completely. I'm
Oh.
just limiting it.
I was just thinking like
Instead of binge drinking every night, I'm just gonna drink twice a week.
I was just thinking like maybe a couple times a month you just get hammered, just absolutely blitzed.
But I can't do that because I
Why?
just like beer. Like I don't have to get drunk every time I drink. I just like to have some beers, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's.
But
tough.
I'm just saying with like the amount of like things that I don't exercise. I eat pretty poorly. I eat all the time, and like I drink a lot, but I'm really not that fat.
It's a miracle that you look as good as you do.
That's what I'm saying. And now that
It's just back to the genetic
and
superiority.
that's what I'm saying, because I have better genetics, therefore I can abuse my body more than the average person and still look like a decent functioning member of society.
Oh my gosh.
But like I said, but now that I just cut that out a little bit, like
Mm-hmm.
not eating after 8 o'clock, exercising a little bit more, I'm almost model level. Like I said, I'm almost Thor. Chris Hemsworth and I'm doing so much less work than he is.
I have to give Tim a little bit of credit. We do walk a thin line sometimes with while we talk. We walk a real thin line. Like we have this like almost pure-blooded German guy.
Listeners, we're only saying that because Tim's not in the room.
Yeah, I would never say it. Yeah. Luckily he walked off in a fury.
I don't think that's a case though, because like my genetics don't have anything to do with like my skin color.
That has a lot to do with that.
Maybe genetics is the wrong choice of word. I'm just as a individual person, I'm superior to other people. That's all I'm saying. No negative implications there. It's just I'm sorry that the bad things of the world don't affect me the same way they do everybody else. That's all I'm saying.
You rolled all nat 20s.
What's that?
You rolled all nat 20s on the character sheet when you were born.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a D&D reference for you listeners who didn't understand. So yeah, sorry about it. I lost my hair.
I'm surprised you got the reference.
What else would you be talking about rolling anything? Like,
I don't know. I was surprised that you got it.
I'm a cultured man.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I'm really just pumping myself up this episode. You guys need to humble me down a little bit.
The title is just gonna be Tyler.
I'm better than you, and I know it.
That'll be the next novel too. It'll be just Tyler. I'm better.
Me, just a whole book explaining
Your
why I'm
autobiography.
Right.
An
An autobiography at 29. Trying.
I mean, I should probably get started on mine pretty soon.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah. Dude, I was kind of back to circle. How far are we into the episode?
40 minutes.
Oh, so yeah, we're getting close. Circling it back around.
We always circle back around. Even we circle within the circle sometimes.
Yeah. When I was
if you're new here.
When I was swimming in the ocean, I mean, I did. I was just like kind of swimming out, just kind of just seeing how far I could go, and then there was a few times like, man, I could just keep going, just keep on swimming. There's nobody that could save me, so just keep going.
So you even contemplated it this young?
Yeah, man. I was just like, man, I could swim. Well, because I didn't
Who
want
would
to
deliver food in the greater Nebraska area.
Not me, thank God. Not me.
Dolphins, I'm coming.
Yeah, take me with you.
Must have been a real great vacation. You contemplating suicide. I mean,
it's not suicide. It's becoming one with nature.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
Yeah.
Tim,
I was gonna be a merman. I was gonna find Atlantis.
You have a good merman look too. Like you and like Jason Momoa could be cousins.
I look a lot like Jason Momoa for sure.
Just a little less attractive.
I have a little scar even. I don't know which side it's on, but I have a scar.
Say
little less
more
attractive.
of a mermaid man to me, I guess.
It's called a merman, Tim.
No, like from SpongeBob.
Oh. Good reference. I didn't know this was a 10-year-old podcast. 10-year-olds.
That's like
Do you
that
still watch
was
SpongeBob, Tim?
No, but
Okay.
I mean, it was like our age group was the target audience for that show.
I was always too
originally,
good for SpongeBob.
Holy
Just like,
hell!
We're just doing loops now. We're just doing loops now.
This is the Figure 8 podcast.
You're
That's
too
pretty-
good for SpongeBob.
Yeah. Again, the humor there was beneath me.
Okay.
Tim, why are you friends with me?
I don't know.
Why are you in my family?
Friend by
I don't
fault,
know.
not by choice.
You married into this friendship.
Yeah.
You
very
didn't
true.
realize that when you took vows. And for that, I'm sorry. How could you know though? How
Huh?
could you know? You never know what you're getting into when you get married.
Because he was so humble back then.
Well, I definitely give off like a false persona of humility. Like if you don't know me, there's a lot of false humbleness. False humility is like my key trait. And then once you peel back the curtain, open the door, come inside, and get to know me, you're in for a bumpy ride.
Well, you're a dick, but I love you anyway.
Aw,
I guess.
that's so sweet.
That's nice. That was very nice.
That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Nobody's told me they love me since like. When did I get married? 2013?
Jeez.
Oof. The last time somebody told me they love me.
Wow.
Telling your kids, I love you, honey. And they're like, okay.
You're not even your
I
daughter.
love you, honey. You're a dick, Dad. I know.
I was gonna say not even your daughters are like they don't love you 3,000 or anything.
No, they tell me to get off my pedestal.
Yeah.
Money, please.
Yeah, that's the only I love you get. Dad, I love you. Oh, I love you too, honey. Can I have $10? Of course. Here you go. Anything else you need? It's my life. Damn, we just peaked out at 40. That doesn't happen very often. Vince is
Well,
messing
who
with
wants to
chemistry.
talk about the thing that happened last week?
What happened last week? My phone's
the
I've been
repeal.
fasting social media.
Tyler's gonna shut this down real quick.
I
Tim.
know.
I'm just letting. I'm letting you
Build it up.
just saying
Yeah,
it.
the repeal of a
The
human
repeal of what?
of human rights in a
Of a constitutional
America.
amendment.
Oh, what
Yeah.
happened? What happened, Tim? What?
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Roe v. Wade got repealed.
I've been planning all week for Tim to bring this up because I knew he couldn't just let it go. He couldn't just not.
Well,
Well,
and
how
we-
do you let it go?
and-
It's such
and-
bullshit.
well, there's
I
nothing
think-
to talk about in this podcast. But listen,
I think before we go any further, before Tyler shuts this all down, I feel like we should say we shouldn't let it go. But also, that's just not usually our tone
But
in
I'm
this
saying
podcast.
that talking about it on this podcast is here's what would happen. Tim would go, "The sky is blue," and I'd say, "No, the grass is green." And you go, "No, Tyler, you're an idiot. The sky is blue." I'd say, "Yeah, but the grass is green." And then you say, "Well, and then we just go back and forth, and nothing will get solved. So why talk about it? That's what it is. It's people talking about two different things and then trying to come to some sort of conclusion. And with that said, I actually was prepared for this, so I have a pedestal that I can jump off of what Tim had to say because I was really excited for this.
You saw it, and you were
So-
you weren't
From a
excited
mile
for
away.
you were excited about the repeal, not for the shitty people reasons, but for just like this moment.
So I
That's
can
why
make,
you
so
were.
I can make jokes. So
Mhm.
I have actually come. I have since so instead of us
Does that make you a worse person? I don't
probably
know.
well, we've already established that. But so instead of us sitting here and arguing
Yes.
two different topics and trying to come to the same conclusion, I found a nice middle ground to solve this issue. So, however hard it is to get guns, should be it should be unified with how hard it is to get an abortion.
I mean, that's
Just make those uniform, and then we'll all be happy.
make them even.
Make it even. So if it's really hard to get abortion, it's really hard to get guns. Or if it's really easy to get abortion, it's really easy to get guns.
Unfortunately, people who overturned Roe v. Wade, they're more for make it easier to get guns.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why if we
literally
just
the-
unify it, we'll all be on the same plane. Same level of
Yeah, literally the
understanding.
day before, like, conceal and carry licenses. Nah, don't need them. Anybody can have a carry gun anywhere now.
And also, my other thing I want to talk about is I've already seen there's like 600 people who already are ready to protest the state capitol here in Nebraska.
Yeah, I might go.
I have a little. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, well, because I'm very confused about it because it's going to take place on July 4th, and I actually mean this with with all due respect because I've never protested before, so I can't. I guess I don't understand. So maybe Tim, since it's your people who constantly do this, maybe you can explain to me
My people.
why this happens.
Well, you know,
No. I understand protesting, but I'm like, why? Okay, you're going to the state capitol building on July 4th.
Uh-huh.
The state capitol building is closed on July 4th. There is nobody there on July 4th. Who are you protesting?
on
the
July.
building?
Well, I would say on July 4th, it being a day of freedom.
Well, I get that, but who do you protest? Nobody's there.
Right.
So what's the point?
It's just a.
I think it's more of a symbolic thing.
Yeah, it's a
Symbolic
symbol.
to who? Nobody's there to see it.
I mean, you know about it. You know
yeah.
it's there.
Yeah, but
And just because you don't care doesn't mean other people aren't.
Right.
yeah, but I'm saying the people who are in power who don't care about us.
I know,
Why
but
would they care if they're not even there?
because they'll see it. The news is obviously going to cover it, and they're going to see it.
That's so. Yes.
Why do anything ever? Why do
Yeah.
we even
No,
leave the
no,
house?
We should all just
Yeah.
bend to the will
No,
of
I'm
our
just-
government overlords. You're
Yeah.
right.
Do we have to
Tyler.
go back to this? Protesting does nothing. The people all the people standing outside the government
That's
building.
weird. What did all the civil rights protests do
Yeah,
back in the
and you know that
Yeah,
whole
this is a different
whole
world.
thing
A
with
different world we
the
live in.
you know
But I'm saying,
how
look-
the revolution started.
No. That was not
and-
protesting. That was picking up a gun and shooting people and throwing rocks at their heads.
I mean,
That's actually
Boston
that
Tea
actually
Party
makes a
was kind of a
difference.
protest. You
Okay,
know,
but they still
and-
destroyed something. Do you
And-
think the
and they
people
didn't do it in a
let me-
very
the
good
pe-
way.
Do you think the people standing outside the state capitol building on July 4th? You think the people in charge are like, you know what? They're standing out there. Okay, I think I'm gonna change my
No.
entire opinion on life.
No, you're right. That is not what they're thinking. What they're thinking is like, shit, my voting numbers might go down. Ugh, I'm gonna have to do. That's a lot of people. Then they're asking their like, how many people is that?
And
Okay,
how
how
many of
many-
those people weren't gonna vote for me anyway? Who cares?
I disagree. Like, it puts pressure on people for sure.
Like I said, I'm a-
Because this is actually has made like the more centrist conservatives, like them kind of go like, whoa, what the fuck, and now they're falling
Yeah,
more
literally-
to the left.
it's a minority rule. Like most people agree that it should be legal, and
Well, it's
that's
not
just how it
necessarily
is.
illegal. It's just up to the states now.
Right.
And
But it's
already
still-
the day of that they did it, like several states were like, yep.
Well,
We're
yeah,
done.
Well, yeah, you should vote. Always vote locally. Like that's what affects you most
Mm-hmm.
because of
agree.
things like this. My point is, Tim, I'm a revolutionary, and just standing around with some signs ain't gonna do anybody any good. Hasn't done anybody good in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You want change? I'm speaking to you, the American people here.
I couldn't tell who you were talking to.
I'm like
again,
Vla-
I was just like,
I'm
was
like
looking at-
I'm like Vladimir Lenin during the Russian Revolution. Like I got my own radio show. I'm just speaking in revolutionary terms. You have to fight.
I feel like on this podcast you're more of a
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
I'm nothing. I would never talk. You guys know I'd never give anything on this. I was very excited though. I
They
was
both
waiting.
have high opinions of themselves. That's for sure.
I was very patiently waiting Grady's tweets yesterday all day. I was just waiting, and he finally gave me a little crumble at night.
For a guy who was just talking so bad about like toilet humor, but you think Grady's funny. That's
It's not that
unreal.
I think he's funny. I was excited to see his take on abortion.
Oh.
And
I
what do you
didn't-
know?
I
It was
didn't
just a
even
really
see
bad pun.
A really bad dad
Who
joke.
would've thought?
Oh man.
Who would have saw that coming? So
Sorry, Grady.
something. I'm not. Get better humor, son of a bitch. There was. I can't remember what state it was. I had my laptop, but I didn't open it today.
God
Just-
forbid
it's on
I
the
bend
floor.
over and grab my laptop
Yeah,
and open
it's just too much.
The
man.
beat shirt is
too-
really
Well, no, I'm just
Making
too.
it hang
I'm
loose.
just too chill now,
Too-
dude. Like, I
too-
don't-
Give me your best surfer accent.
fucking tubular, dude.
awful.
What do you mean? Anyways, some state senate, two senators that were like state senators.
Hold on, are we
not-
still talking about Roe versus Wade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like obviously the left-leaning candidate, the Democratic candidate, she went to a protest for the
She's protesting herself.
for the overturn of Roe v. Wade.
She's part of the system.
She's running to be a part of the
Oh,
system.
she's not. Okay, she hasn't been elected
Yeah.
yet. Okay, that's fine.
So
Oh yeah, didn't she get punched in the face by a cop or something like that?
well, so that the
What?
Republican candidate, who is an active duty police officer, showed up.
Oh, I didn't know he was a candidate too.
Yeah,
That's
What?
hilarious.
And
he
he
went and like,
punched
knocked her
her-
out.
He punched her in the face.
Hey, that's right. That's good for voting numbers. It's gonna go her way. Get a few stitches. Get a
Yeah, I'm
couple
sure
extra
that'll
votes.
help him out. Actually, with his base, but literally punching a woman
Punching
in the
a black
face.
woman in the face at a.
He's checking all.
a
He's
women's
checking
rights
all
rally.
the right wing boxes
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Was she pregnant as well? Like.
Well, he would.
Wouldn't that be ironic?
That's why he
If
did.
he accidentally aborted the
And just
baby?
punched her in the stomach. Like, oop, you aborted that baby. You're gonna go to prison now.
That got a little dark.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow.
He just punches her in the stomach. Goes like, well, now I got to arrest you. I am an active duty police officer.
Yeah, I probably should have shut this conversation down
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Oh man.
Well, you feel better, Tim? You got it brought up.
I don't think he
Yeah,
feels better.
but
You
I'm
really,
still,
I was
I'm
about to say,
still,
you
I'm
feel
still
better
really,
after
I'm
this?
still really not sure how you feel yet. That's
Me?
yeah.
You'll never know how I feel, Tim.
Mm.
And if I told you how I really felt, you'd probably not be my friend anymore.
Well, now I pretty much know.
Tim, you should know at this point I don't care about anything, especially anything that has to do with government.
Oh, I thought you were just newfound feminists, that cared about, your girls growing up and living their whole life,
No, come on, say it. You got a joke? Yeah, no, go ahead, man. No, man, do it.
Anyways, that's mostly why I'm pissed off because
For my children?
no. It just
Oh.
just
Yeah,
that
of
the
course
fact
you-
the fact that
That now
women that are alive are going to die because of this, and that's why I'm pissed.
Why would they die?
because if it's an unhealthy,
Because abortion is health care, and if you cannot get health care, you're more likely to die.
Well, like die in childbirth, or
If there is something wrong that goes on, and that baby will kill you if you continue on
okay,
having
makes
it.
sense. My wife told me when she had her first baby, she said, "If it's me or the kid, take me out." That's kind of beside the point.
I mean, all right, but that's
But a
not
woman said it
not
to me, so I'm
everybody.
assuming
That's not
I'm assuming
everybody's
that's how
view.
all women feel. If one person said it to me.
the only
Anyway,
the
no,
only
it's
woman.
it's the pro life thing is not true. But anyway,
I'm debating if I should tell you how I feel or not.
well now I know.
Or if I should
And-
even. Well,
no.
you never
Now I know.
actually know what I feel, Tim.
I don't know.
I'm never truthful with you.
Because he's always on the fence.
I'm just trying to find an angle that boosts my reputation in this whole thing.
The perfect circle. How can I? It's like Tyler's just thinking. It's like, how can I make
How can I use
this decision?
How can I use the Supreme
make it
Court
about
overturning
me.
ruling to make me better and look better than everybody else?
This is literally turning into an It's Always Sunny show, a TV show, right? Writing a script right now.
I'm always writing scripts in my
I'm
head, Tim. That's my life.
What's our angle?
On a serious note, who was Roe and who was Wade?
Roe was a woman in.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. A woman's name, probably not Wade.
I don't know.
Pretty sure that's a
I
last
think
name.
it was.
Oh, too
it's
soon.
it's a it's a
R.I.P.
last name.
Wade. Too soon.
Wait.
Vince, okay, finish
yeah,
up
yeah.
your Roe v. Wade so I can talk to Vince about stuff.
Okay. It was a woman that took this case to the Supreme Court.
Why didn't she
that
just
that
do it
made
again?
that made it a constitution, or it should have made it a constitutional right.
Why didn't she do it again?
But then, what?
She did it one time. Why didn't she do it again?
I'm not sure she's.
Who's
still
going to
alive.
fill Roe's shoes? Who's the next Roe?
I don't know.
Boat? Vince,
What are we laughing about?
Cricket.
I thought it was hysterical. Vince,
What's
are
so
you,
funny?
Put my sunglasses back.
Yeah,
on.
put 'em back on.
Did you make a joke?
are you caught up with Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I watched it. I watched The
Yeah,
Boys
well.
and I watched Obi-Wan.
Boys
Awesome.
are just getting real good.
The Boys is
Still
amazing.
not caught up, but yeah. Did you like the finale of Obi-Wan?
I love the finale. Not necessarily for any like writing reasons. I feel okay. Maybe this might be a little bit of a ramble, I guess, but
That's why we're here.
yeah, I feel for one, I just feel so bad because I feel like all the actors were great, and I feel like they.
I didn't think Moses Ingram was a very good actor.
Who?
Or actress.
The third
girl-
sister?
Yeah, I didn't think she was.
I think she's a great
She
actress.
had some good moments. I thought she had some good moments, but overall, I thought her acting was pretty poor.
I think she was a great actress, but like I just feel bad that her character just felt so.
Yeah,
'Cause there's-
maybe it wasn't her fault.
I mean, that's what we keep saying about the prequels. Is like it wasn't those guys' fault that the writing was subpar.
Yeah.
And I really feel like that was the case with this case in this situation, just because her role in the like as an inquisitor just felt pointless, I guess. And the idea is I really liked the idea that she was a Padawan when Anakin was there during Order 66. I was like, holy shit, that's incredible. Like I think that's a super cool take on this. And then it just didn't go any. It didn't feel like it went
that's,
anywhere.
And that's, I think, the overall issue with the whole show
Mhm.
is they had nuggets of really cool, good ideas.
Yeah.
And they just could not string them together to save their lives. Like
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's PTSD, really cool idea. Their third sisters, like you just said,
Yeah.
good idea. The emotions between Anakin and Obi-Wan, really good idea.
Mhm.
They just couldn't figure out a way to
Yeah.
make any of that plausible.
But I will say, like the final like kind of fight scene, even though I felt, because I didn't like the whole setup where Obi-Wan, he's like trying to talk to Qui-Gon, and he just like whether he dies or I die, it ends today. And then after the fight, he just walks away. I'm just like, okay. But despite, if you just ignore that whole scene and you just watch.
And I agree with that too, because even like with the scene when he fights Darth Vader and he slashes his helmet and it has like the voice going back and forth, I thought that was really cool. But then when he's like, it's not your fault. Like, I killed Anakin.
I thought that was dope.
It was. It was really
line.
cool. But for Obi-Wan, it's like, okay, this is not Anakin. Anakin's dead.
Yeah.
Let me kill this guy then. Like, why don't you just leave him? You already know Anakin's gone based
Yeah.
off of that interaction. It made no sense.
But-
And that was the problem with the show. It's just all of it was too nonsensical. The acting was poor, or not the acting, but the writing was poor. The direction was poor.
'Cause
And we got a few good things here and there, and
Yeah.
it's just
Because I thought the acting, like, I loved Ewan McGregor's,
he
like,
was so good. He
with
was
him-
so good.
him that during that fight with Darth Vader, like him and Hayden Christensen were just like, I was like, oh, this is intense. Like,
Also,
this is so good.
And the people who like crap on Hayden Christensen for the prequels, like his acting with just his facial emotions in that scene was top notch.
Right? Yeah, you could literally just see his left side of his face, kind of.
And you could
Yeah.
see the pain and agony and anger and all
yeah,
of it all
it
in
was
one.
awesome. And then also the kind of last scene with Obi-Wan and Leia, I cried. One tear kind of came out because I was like,
That was good.
it was really good acting, I thought, and despite me
Oh,
not
dude,
really.
when he was for the everybody understands the scene where he was like telling Leia like all her great qualities like that she
Yeah,
got from his mother and from her father. Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
that's good. That's good.
yeah, it killed me. And yeah, just because like you could really tell that like the love for Anakin is like never going away, sort of thing. Which we know, but it's just like, it really tugged at the heartstrings. But yeah,
With all that being said, I'm done with Star Wars shows. I'm not watching anymore. I'm
until the
serious.
next one comes
No,
out.
I'm not gonna watch Andor.
Huh?
They've done pissed me off.
You're not gonna watch the what's it called? The one that's set in the past 200 years before.
I'm gonna watch Acolyte, that one, and I'm gonna watch Vision season 2. That's it. I'm done with the rest of them.
Mandalorian?
Fuck. Mandalorian
Besides all these
Yeah,
exceptions,
all those three.
That's still good until they ruin it.
Until Kathleen Kennedy is fired, I'm not watching any more Star Wars shows.
Fair enough.
Okay.
It's on the books. It's on the internet on podcast form. It's official.
And then they'll drop some like new trailer for something else. You're like, oh god damn it.
Hey, your mouth's writing checks. I don't think you're asking cash. on that one.
But yeah, like I'm not gonna watch Andor now. I wanted to. It looked awesome. Not doing it. Can't do it.
Is that the one that's based? No, that's Acolyte. Never mind. The one that's
No,
based.
yeah,
in the-
Andor is the one with Cassian from Rogue One.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Looks really cool, but for them to have one of the greatest Star Wars characters and then to have some like scrub who had no idea what he was doing write some phony baloney chase across the galaxy show
Mm-hmm.
on a character who you could have done some serious development with, and yeah, no, we're done here. Kathleen,
Yeah. It's
Kathleen, I'm talking to you.
It is funny and very unfortunate that you get. I know you don't care too much about Boba Fett, but like two characters, Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, two of like some of the most favorite characters in Star Wars lore.
Fan favorite.
They have gotten kind of like the least.
Qualified people to
Yeah, like the least respect given to the characters, but then they get the Mandalorian, which I don't know how good the resume was of the producer and directors of that, but
Jon Favreau has a pretty good record. I mean,
Jon
Iron
Favreau.
Man.
Okay, that's who.
But
yeah,
then also Dave Filoni, who did all the Clone Wars series. So that's
yeah. So,
But I think they worked on Boba Fett too a little bit. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
and like I said, I did like Boba Fett. I understand why people maybe didn't like it, but I thought it was pretty cool. Anyways, we're not going to talk about Boba Fett, I'm sure, but yeah, it's very interesting that they bring in a new character, which again we love to see new characters, and he gets this amazing story, amazing kind of character arc, and then we get two characters that we are established in the lore and people love them, and then they just get dumped on. It's just so sad, but
it's a disservice to Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor because his acting was
it was
incredible.
top notch.
I rewatched The Last Jedi the other night too, and like I've been pretty clear on like my issues with the continuity and the kind of the decisions in The Last Jedi. I still like the movie, but despite all that, Mark Hamill's like acting in that is just so good. I was watching like, damn, like I'd like people had an issue with the way like the direction they took Luke in. I'm almost glad they took him in a dark direction just so I could see Mark Hamill act like that.
Yeah,
So
I love
good.
It. Yeah, I love.
I want to see him and Ewan McGregor together. Doesn't have to be Star Wars. Just put them in a room together with a good writer.
So after finishing Obi-Wan, my brain was just turning about like, because I do like think of a lot of ideas. I could never write them out, but I think it'd be cool getting either like farther in the future Star Wars show or movie.
Yeah.
Something where like
Anything besides far away
same
from
thing,
OT.
yeah, same thing. But I just think because like it could be so interesting to hear like both the Sith and the Jedi are like legends, because like it doesn't feel like the Jedi are coming back to me, at least. Like I don't know, the way that the movies left off, it felt like the Jedi were pretty much.
Well, the people who wrote the movies don't even know how they left it off. So
Right,
it's hard
exactly.
for us to know.
So I kind of like.
Damn it, JJ.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea that like the Jedi way is kind of done.
It's just like a myth. Almost.
Yeah, and then it'd be cool to just kind of see like an antagonist that maybe like saw the Sith and then saw all their downfalls and was like, okay, they're dumb on how they use the dark side of the Force or how they go about that, and so that way we're not just getting Seth versus Jedi every time, sort
Every
of idea.
generation.
Yeah, every generation. So it'd be I think that'd be a really interesting take. So,
Tim, any extra thoughts on Obi-Wan?
I mean, the last episode was probably the best of the bunch.
I'm glad they got the hello there in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I saw
Thank
the
you
whole
for the fan service.
a whole
Yeah.
TikTok meme where it's that Wolf of Wall Street where Leonardo DiCaprio, he's like sitting on the couch, he's like "Dup, dup," or whatever.
That's
or-
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. And
Where he
but
has the beer and the cigarette and he points.
yeah,
at
he's
the
like
screen.
"Dup, dup," and it was it literally was like showing like all those like little callbacks or something like that. And it was just him over and over.
Yeah.
"Dup, dup, dup, dup."
Sorry, Tim. Continue with your
I
opinions.
don't
That was
have
his
anything else to
review.
say. I like the battle, and it was definitely the most watchable of the all six, I guess. So,
Also,
but yeah, I don't know if I'm excited if they continue it or if they can make it better in a second season. But I don't know.
they better not.
I don't know.
Also, Disney is making lightsabers the most ineffective weapon I've ever seen. How many people are going to get stabbed through the
Yeah.
torso with a lightsaber and be like, nah, I'm good.
Well, I mean, if you think about the idea of a lightsaber, it literally cauterizes all the wounds that it creates.
Then why is Qui-Gon dead?
Well,
It's a good point.
and also I guess there
Went
is
through his stomach.
with
She
that
kind of
with,
got signed
with that battle, like, I mean, Obi-Wan smacked Darth in the back with it, and
and in the face.
yeah, in the face. But it's
His
like,
armor.
was he trying?
His armor is canonically like it's
Okay.
lightsaber resistant, not proof. It is. It
Okay,
can
so it would take at least a couple of whacks
Yeah.
to chop him in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
His armor
Okay.
is canonically.
Hence
All right.
Luke in
Tough.
episode
All right.
6 going ham on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
You got to have some anger to break through Darth Vader's
Mhm.
Okay.
armor.
So I didn't really think of it as armor, I guess. But yeah. I guess
Yeah.
it's-
It is armor. Yeah.
Okay.
And I will say too, like I love how powerful they made like Darth Vader look too. Like when he just like stops a whole ship,
See, I
just
don't-
like so effortlessly,
See,
just
I
boom.
yeah, I don't like it. I'm sick of that. They did that in Rise of Skywalker too.
Yeah, but you saw that it took, for one, 2 people, and they're both like, like
Well, yeah,
all the
we already-
faces and stuff.
Yoda could barely get it out of the swamp. I mean, this is,
He was old.
And he, yeah. And when was the last? When was the last time he actually used the Force?
this is my old man just. Right, you
Yeah.
damn kids! You can't do that with the Force.
No, I loved it. I thought it was so fucking badass that he just like the ship's taking off, he's just boom, and it just boop, and he just like pulls it back down like effortlessly. I thought it was super, and he just starts ripping it apart. Oh, it's so good, so cool.
Yeah.
I love Darth Vader.
All right, anything else? Well, actually, if you love Darth Vader, you should probably. We hope they stop making shows of Darth Vader because the more we get, the weaker he looks because he keeps failing over and over again at
Well,
everything he does.
Well, I mean, Obi-Wan said it in their little fight. He's like, your what does it say? Your pursuit for victory is going to be your downfall. Hey, what do we know? Obi-Wan was the wisest of them. So,
Anything else?
if you're interested, I don't know if you would be, but
Yeah.
I have the Darth Vader like comic collection.
I'd love to read it. I've
Where-
heard it's really good.
They're amazing because it does have like the Inquisitors in there
Mhm.
too, like the Grand Inquisitor. I saw. I was like, oh, I was, you know, and it has just a ton of good stuff. It shows like Darth Vader, like, because we know that he's like this terrifying presence, right? But we only very rarely get to actually see it on the TV screen or like read it and stuff like that. But it shows a lot more of like how like scary he was, but also how like, you know, vulnerable he was to his anger and everything, like how he makes bad decisions because of how mad he gets. But yeah, I'll let you borrow it. I might have to reread it now after watching Obi-Wan though,
Yeah, well, I'll borrow it after you.
because I got
reread it.
I got a Darth Vader boner now.
All right. Anything else, Tim?
No, good. I was kind of hoping for that heated debate, but it's fine.
What do you want to debate? What do we?
No, earlier. I'm done. I'm good though.
We better
we
end
don't
it.
need to do it.
Thanks everybody for joining us on the Garage Talk
GTOT,
podcast.
Tim wants to fight.
No, I don't actually. You handled that well. We don't need to fight.
I'm a
because
professional.
No,
That's what I do.
We definitely don't. Need
I'm
to
the best.
I'm the best
What did
there
you
is.
expect?
He is like
All
you
right,
said.
guys, thanks for
Not
listening to
gonna
the Tyler podcast. We love you, appreciate you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, bye. Squeeze.
Ooh, sorry, cut it out.
Come on.
You're on the YouTube though. I did squish for you last